Hello and welcome to HT Auto. I'm Shubhadeep Chakravarti, and today is a very special day over at the BMW India camp because the company has launched multiple products. But the starry highlight, of course, is the car that you see behind me, the latest 5 Series, which now comes in the long wheelbase format. To speak to us a bit more about the car and BMW India's plans and the global outlook, we're joined today by Jean-Philippe. He's the Senior Vice President for BMW Group in the markets of Asia Pacific, Africa, Eastern Europe, and of course, a lot of insights that you can give us. First of all, congratulations on the launch of the 5 Series long wheelbase.
Thank you very much.
Tell us how important this model is. It's now in the 8th generation. It has a legacy that dates back to the 1970s. How important is it in the overall product portfolio?
It's really the core of our brand worldwide, for sure. It's one of our most successful models. We are also segment leader with the 5 Series worldwide. And this new generation is extremely important. And we have the chance this time to be able to offer to the Indian customers a long wheelbase version. We believe it's a better value proposition for the Indian market. Customers in India are spending a lot of time in the rear seat, in the back. They need more comfort, they need more space, they need more luxury in the back. And I believe that's something we were not offering so far in India. And we've seen the success of the 3 Series long wheelbase. And now we have the opportunity to enter that space with the 5 Series.
Right, you were not offering the 5 Series long wheelbase, despite the fact that you were offering the 3 Series and the 7 Series LWB.
Yes.
So what took it?
Well, we were just not having the offer in our product portfolio. The development had not been made, and now India is the first market where we will offer this car in a right-hand drive version.
Right. You also said the emphasis on the long wheelbase version is, of course, on the rear seat space and comfort.
Yes.
But BMWs are actually meant to be enjoyed from the steering wheel, the driver's seat. So how does the 5 Series then, in its latest format, sort of marry both the sheer pleasure of driving and the sheer comfort of being inside one?
I think, first of all, the car looks extremely sporty and dynamic. You have an integrated M Sport package. You have a lot of parts that are in body color, which is not the case on the short wheelbase. So the car is really a sporty design, really a sporty design. Behind the wheel, it's a true BMW. It has really the BMW DNA through and through. It's a driving machine. It's a ultimate driving machine. And I think our customers will be able to experience it. There's really no compromise being made on driving pleasure. And for sure, it's matching the needs for the Indian customers.
Right. In recent times, Jean, we've seen a global trend where customers are increasingly preferring the SUV body type.
Yes.
But in the luxury segment, particularly here in India, it's half and half across most luxury brands.
Yes.
Why do you think that is, and why is the preference slightly leaning towards the SUVs?
Well, I guess it's about this commanding position a bit higher, giving a feeling of safety that is key. Also the versatility, the functionality of the car that offers many possibilities, being used in different occasions, not only a business context. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why, and of course in India with the road infrastructure, sometimes it's quite helpful to have a bigger ground clearance.
Right. Let's go beyond body types and models specifically. BMW has come on the back of a record 2023.
Yes.
The first 6 months of 2024 have been fantastic as well. This is despite the fact that overall there are certain headwinds that are coming in for auto sales. Of course, for electric vehicles specifically as well, but we'll get to that in a little time. What, according to you, is actually helping your cause at a time where challenges are perhaps quite big?
I think it's always important when times are challenging to have a very strong product offer. And I think we have really, at the moment, the best product range in the industry. Because from the X1 to the 7 Series, we have only winners. So I think that's the best, I would say, medicine to be immune for any market downturn.
Right. Electric vehicles, the hot topic. They've been very hot as a matter of conversation and even in terms of sales. Now, BMW has had a 24.6% year-on-year growth.
Even BMW standalone as a brand, 34%.
Right, but there are clear headwinds coming in for the electric vehicle market. The sales momentum, the rise isn't what it was earlier predicted by the industry as a whole. And despite all of this, the BMW Group as a whole has been making some very, very big progress. What is it that is making the BMW Group as a whole holding on to a strong position despite these challenges?
Well, as you said, our overall worldwide sales grow 2.5%. Our BEV electric sales grow 34%. So the BEV market remains much more dynamic than the overall sales. What is a success recipe? I think is our great products. Once again, if you have the right products, we have a flexible architecture. So, for example, in the 5 Series, we don't offer any difference in most of the markets in the world. Here you have a long wheelbase. We don't offer any difference to the customer between a BEV or a non-BEV. And that's not the case with all our competitors. And I think that's what the customer wants. They want the same shape, they want or the same kind of look and feel, and they just want to be able to freely choose what suits them best.
Right. So essentially, it's about having a diverse product portfolio.
And the best product portfolio.
Right. So essentially, are you also saying that some of your German rivals, you're a step ahead of them because you have a relevant product portfolio?
I think we have an excellent product portfolio, and that's why we do worldwide more than our 2 main competitors, German competitors, together.
Right. We've talked about the German competitors. We have to talk about the Chinese rivals. I mean, there is so much of talk about the Chinese taking over global markets with their electric vehicles, with their cars in general, but particularly with their electric vehicles. A lot has been spoken about their technology, the battery, the robustness of those vehicles, and the sheer luxury and opulence that some of the brands are now offering in their electric vehicles. Is that a source of concern, in your honest opinion?
I think competition is healthy, and in the past we have seen a wave of new competitors coming out of Japan, then it came out of Korea, now it's coming from China. I think it's a normal process. Have we lost market share in the last 2 years, including this year so far? No. We are gaining market share. We are extending our lead in the premium segment against all brands. In the BEV arena, we are growing faster than some very famous and prominent Chinese competitors or American competitors. So I think it's all about really being the best in the market, providing the best products at the right price.
Right. You gave us a global point of view. What about the Chinese market? It's a huge market as far as automobiles are concerned, but specifically with electric vehicles are concerned. In terms of vehicle
It's our biggest market worldwide.
Yeah, so how important is that? And I'll just add to that China is the world's biggest market in terms of vehicle production and sales, but the United States market is the 2nd largest market and India is the 3rd largest market. So first of all, what I want to know from you is how crucial is that Chinese market and what can India do in your opinion? And we have a very small luxury car market here. So what can India do to sort of close the gap?
I mean, China is very important. We have sold last year 2.2 million BMWs, and China was 800,000. So it's a huge share of our sales. Has it cooled down a bit? Yes, but it still remains the biggest market, single market for BMW. When the premium segment is 8% of the total market in China, it's only 1% in India. So I believe that for us, the growth path will be to increase the share in the total market, in the number of cars that are registered, the share of the premium cars that will be registered. And I believe this will happen step by step with generation after generation, with people feeling more the lust to invest into a luxury car and showing their success.
Right, but are there still certain hurdles, whether government policies here in the country, taxation system, that you see are challenges towards more widespread?
Of course, the more taxes there are, the more expensive the cars are. So cheap. I mean, the less barriers there are, the quicker there will be the adoption.
Right. Can I also get your opinion on the trade policies, the tariffs that have been announced by the European Union?
We are against tariffs at BMW. You know that from the position of the German OEMs. We are against tariffs because we believe it's a lose-lose combination. If we put tariffs, they will put tariffs, and that doesn't help. And to be honest, if you look at the share of the German competitors, the share they have of the Chinese market, it's roughly 20%. What do have the Chinese competitors in the European market? 3%.
Right.
So there is an imbalance.
But sorry, I'll interrupt you there. It is 3% perhaps today, but the fear generally is that it can grow to double digits.
It can grow, but today only the Germans have 20% of the Chinese market. So today the import duties are stronger when a car goes to China than when a car comes to Europe. So maybe we can level that up, but we don't need to put additional barriers.
Right. Just coming back, and this is my final question, to the Indian context. Local production, already BMW has a very strong say in its product portfolio. Do you think more of that can actually help BMW penetrate further into the market?
For sure, it's all depending on the scale. It's a matter of scale. Production follows markets. So if the market grows and there's more potential, we could localize even more than today, and finish to have full production here.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Very good insights.
Thank you.